Hey guys, Byron here, ALS Touring Solution. Today we're going to take a walk around this Ram 2500 power wagon that we've recently put together for our customer. So this is a 2020 power wagon, not super common. They have the 6.4 litre Hemi motor. You don't see a lot of them in Australia, and this is a pretty unique build. So we've done a lot of things on this build. We've done suspension, we've done additional fuel tank, we've put the link system in, and a custom canopy with a full electrical setup. So let's head into the cab and we'll show you the link system. Hey guys, we'll just give you a quick walk around the ARB Link System that we've installed in this Ram 2500. So the link system is a digital switchboard and controller. You can run up to 6 accessories, including lights and fridges, etc. It'll run your air suspension, it'll run your tyre inflation deflation, plus gives you a number of options in regards to battery voltage monitoring, speed monitoring, and inclinometer as well. So we'll go through the functions. So first up, you have your air suspension module that you can see here. In this case, we just got it set at 70 psi as standard. If you hit the button here, you can set up to 4 different modes depending on what you've got. If you've got a trailer, if you've got it unladen, laden, and it'll automatically bring those airbags to the preset air pressures that you've decided. On top of that, you can decide whether they're joined or they're split, and you can set your minimum and maximum inflations and stuff like that. Okay. On the light bar side, or on the accessories side of things, we've got the reverse lights, the light bar, and the spotlights. Now these are all tied to the reverse signals and the high beam signals, but it does allow you to turn it on independently of those signals as well. So in this case, I've turned the reverse lights on, I'll turn them back off again. If we put the vehicle into reverse, it will turn those lights back on. Same with your spots lights. You can have them to be either turned on just with your high beam signal, or you can turn them on independently of that. If you flick through, you've got your speedo, and if you've got options fitted like the ARB fridge, you can have it display the temperatures and control the fridge from the control device. If you've got any questions about the ARB Link System, hit us up on our socials, hit us up on our by email, sales@als-ts.com.au, and we can help you work through what you need and get that installed for you. Okay guys, so we're going to show you the walk around the canopy now. We've been through the link system in the front there. So to start off, we've got our under tray toolboxes. The front box here has our fuel, our air, and it's a bit of our grubby box. That's where the customer's going to put all their grubby bits and pieces. So fuel filler can be securely locked. It's nice and tucked away. Next, this was a request by the customer and we quite like it. So this is an induction cooktop and a nice bench top mounted at a good height. One of the problems with the American trucks is they are quite tall, and cooking on a kitchen that's up high is very difficult. So in this case, we're flush mounted this induction cooktop, and the customer has a lot of space either side to put their bits and pieces while they're cooking. So we'll slide that away. Rear toolbox, this is all central locking as well. Slide out box, a lot of space in there to put your bits and pieces, and all fully sealed and linked into the central locking. So we'll move on into the canopy itself. Okay, so we use a single point, 3 points of locking, but make sure that we've got a nice seal. Start off with the lighting. So we have amber and white lighting either side of the canopy, as well as a central amber and white light bar. This gives this canopy a lot of usable light and really lights up the entire area. So our first pantry, we have an air fryer. So we built this pantry very specifically to fit the air fryer and the sandwich press maker up there and the customer's request. This thing has a pretty extensive 240 volt and 12 volt system, and we'll go through that shortly. We then have an angle 80 litre upright fridge, plenty of storage for your day-to-day items, all your sauces and stuff accessible, small freezer up the top there for your ice creams. Then small angle drawer fridge, great beer storage. Jen, easy to get at, easy to send the kids to go for a beer. Small storage drawer, and everything's on top slides nicely. All our switches and stuff, but we'll cover that in our 240 volt, in our 12 volt system overview. And then we have our food storage pantry. This gives plenty of space, and it's contoured to take the shape of the canopy. Right, that concludes this side, guys. We think we've done a reasonable job of providing a nice, usable kitchen area. This customer is going to be on the road all year, so they're going to need to have a comfortable space to cook. We'll go through our 12 volt system next. Righto guys, quick overview of the 12 volt, 48 volt and 240 volt systems installed into this Ram 2500. So the heart and soul of the system is the 48 volt battery. So this is 48 volts 100 amp, which is equivalent to 400 amp hours at 12 volt of usable power. To charge the 48 volt system, we use the Safari Scotty, and this is the 1500 watt model. So Safari has two models, the 1500 watt and the 3000 watt. In this case, we've opted not to upgrade the alternator, so we've gone with the 1500. This allows us to pull 125 amps out of the alternator and deliver 125 amps back to the 12 volt system when it's needed. So this is a buck boost bi-directional controller. Steps from 12 to 48 and from 48 back to 12 depending on the needs of the system. And it's fully automated, it does it itself. You don't need to do anything with this once it's set up. Going on from there, we have our Smart Battery Protect, and our Smart Battery Protect stops our 12 volt accessories from draining our main start battery at all. So if for some reason the Scotty stopped working or you ran the 48 volt batteries flat, the Battery Protect would stop the fridges and all the 12 volt lighting and everything from draining the main start battery. So you'll always have a start battery there when you need it. Moving up from that, we have a Victron Smart Solar MPPT 120 ampere. This is just hooked up to the Anderson plug in the rear, and this gives the customer the ability to put portable solar panels on when they're camped up. As this will have a boat on it most of the time on the roof, the customer has opted not to put fixed solar on this installation. We have our winch controller, relays and stuff for the central locking, and all the usual 12 volt switching and fusing there. We've also put in the Safari smart switches, so we'll move across to the switches here. These smart switches allow you to have multiple switches in multiple locations controlling the same thing. So we can control the left hand and the right hand side of the canopy from either side. We can also control our winch power, our water power, and dimming and brightening of the lights. Okay. We also have our Victron Energy Touch 50, which is hooked up to the turbo. And this allows monitoring of the AC loads, monitoring of the battery, monitoring of the solar input, and also allows us to control the inverter. So at the touch of a button, we can turn the inverter on. Now that the inverter's on there, you'll see that pop up in a second. There we go, inverter's inverting, and we have 236 watts of AC loads. So this gives you a full overview of exactly what's happening in your canopy, in your electrical system. and if we had solar plugged in, it would tell us how much solar we have coming in. Okay, we'll give you a demonstration of the dimming of the lights. If you just go up to the strip lights there, it's probably the easiest to see. If we hold this button in here, you can see our lights just dim away. And the beauty of these is that when we turn the lights off and we turn the lights back on again, they stay preset at where you have them. If we want to brighten them back up, we simply just hold that button all the way through and they'll brighten back up again to our full brightness. So pretty handy when you're out camping and you just want to have a little bit of dim light. In this, we've also put amber lights in. So we've just put a switch to flick these lights here between the amber and the white, and they are also fully dimmable. As you can see, they're dimming right down there. So guys, that's pretty much the 12 volt system. We have the 3000 watt multi-plus inverter as well, which has an 80 amp AC charger, so you can charge the batteries very quickly if you do need to plug in at a caravan park or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, that's the system. Guys, so now that we've checked out the 12 volt system, we'll move around to the back of the canopy here. So we've come up with something that we think is pretty unique in the design and the look, and we're quite proud of. So we've integrated the blind spot detection on each side. This is the Power Wagon, so it comes with all the bells and whistles from Ram. Along with the blind spot detection, we have all the factory sensors, the reverse camera, and we've remounted the rear cargo camera in the back there to give the customer all the same functions that they had prior to the canopy being fitted. Twin jerry can holders give that extra bit of water or fuel that you need, and in this case the customer is going to have a boat, so that'll be fuel for the boat. Trundle drawer underneath, so it takes up half the underneath space with an 80 litre water tank taking up the other half. Gives you plenty of storage options, particularly for your dirty bits and pieces that you want there. Okay, water outlet from the 80 litre pump, and air outlet for pumping up the tyres, which is controlled by the Link System. Rear wheel mounted, including a lockable stud, so you can throw a padlock through that and people can't pick your spare tyre. We have power in through our 240 volt system, and then an outlet so that you can run anything from the back of the canopy. You can use it to charge the caravan when you're there. Customer supplied the boat rack and we fitted it up for them, and we've got the two reverse lights. Now the reverse lights we've wired up fairly uniquely in the fact that they'll operate from the Link System with the reverse. They'll also operate from in the cab, and they're fully dimmable, so if you just want some dim light out the back, that's achievable. That's pretty much everything for the back, and we'll move around to the other side. So guys, down to the right hand side, it's very much a rinse and repeat of the left hand side when it comes to the side profile and what we've got here. Again, our central locking whale tail slide out boxes, fully sealed, provides you plenty of storage. In this side, instead of the induction cooktop, you just have a nice bench that you can use. Again, everything's on slides, lock out, and a little bit of storage under here, so you can put your fishing gear or whatever you need. You've got a nice bench top to work off, rigging up those lures. Nice bit of storage in here, just general storage, and as you can see, all the controls for the Link's air system. This does run in airbags in the suspension. Okay, into the canopy itself. Okay. So we just have a nice big storage area, two nice big storage drawers. Again, on the slides, locks out, plenty of storage for your tools and bits and pieces for your travel. We can custom design these to suit your needs. Okay, we've also designed up this rod holder, keeps your fishing rods stored nice and safely up out of the road, and we think that's a pretty cool little design. Just clips up there nice and easily. Then the other side of the 12 volt system, which you would have seen previously, the inverter and the battery mounted there. And again, all your switches on the side here, you can control from either side, no problems whatsoever. And that pretty much wraps up this side of the canopy. If you've got any questions, guys, just let us know. Happy to answer. And if you'd like to find out what something like this would cost you or how we can help you with your design, let us know. So guys, just a quick walk around the suspension and the fuel system, what we've done here. So we've put in a 2-inch lift kit to the 2500 supplied by SCD Performance. So we've gone the full Radflow remote res system all around. These shocks fully rebuildable, and in the rear they're fully adjustable. Okay, we've also included helper airbags by Airbag Man for this install, and all the airbags are controlled by the Links system, so fully adjustable for the customer as they go around. We've also included a 120 litre Brown Davis fuel tank. Now this is the first time it's been done on the Power Wagon, and it didn't come without its problems, but we've managed to solve them so far. So we had to go for a dual filler install to make it work on the Power Wagon, just with the space that's in there and the angles and how the fuel system works. Didn't really work to do how Brown Davis would normally do it, which is a single filler with a splitter. We went with a dual fill option. So this gives the customer now 300 litres of capacity, which doubles their ability to get out there. We've also, with the air suspension, we've included an air tank. The customer already had their compressor in the vehicle, so we just integrated into that, and yeah, it gives them great amount of ability with fuel and to carry the weight. Guys, that concludes our walk around of the 2500 today. I hope you've enjoyed our walk around and what we've done with this this build. If you like what you see here and you're interested, or you've got any questions, please hit us up on our socials. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and we're also on YouTube. We're hoping to have some of this stuff up on our website in the next coming weeks. But yeah, just hit us up on the socials or via email, sales@als-ts.com.au, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you with any questions you have. Cheers.